Hey everyone, welcome back. So now that we got some movement going with our player, we got the background loaded in. Um, let's go ahead and bring in our ball. So actually for our ball, what I want to do is another type variable. So let's do type, and we'll just call this one ball info. And we'll do the same thing that we did with our player. We'll do x as float, y as float, sprite as float, speed as float, and then we're going to add two different ones here. We're going to go move x as float, move y as float, and then um, we'll do a check to see if our ball has left the screen. So we'll go has left as integer, and then we'll end the type. All right, now let's set our ball info just like we did with our player info. So I'm gonna say global ball as ball info, and then we'll say global has ball left as integer, and what we can do is say ball dot sprite. Oh my god. Equals 2. That was way off. Um, and then we can say load image, and we're gonna say ball dot sprite, and we'll do ball dot png. Now we have to create the sprite, so create sprite, ball dot sprite, ball dot sprite, and we'll set its coordinates to 500, and ball dot y equals 340. All right, and we're gonna have our ball moving. Well, actually, let me just leave it at this for now. Let's run it, and you can see our ball is here, but it didn't move to the center. So that's because we actually have to indicate that it's going to be using its ball.x and ball.y as its x coordinates. So how we can do that is we can do a function here. Well, actually, let's add some more. We'll define these move.x and move.y as well. So I'll say let's go. We'll basically say, what do we want to set that to? All right, so we're gonna set it to either 1 or 0. So 1 is gonna be. Well, no, actually, we can do this. We can do move or ball dot move y, and we'll say it equals random sign 1. And then we'll do the same thing for move x. All right, so if you don't know what this is, you can go to the front of it, press F1, and this will tell you exactly what it is. So this will randomly negate the value given and return it. So 1 or -1, basically. So this has a 50-50 chance of being negative or positive. The initial value can be negative, in which cases it will randomly become positive. So we're going to use these to move up and down, left and right. So left is negative, positive is right. For the x-axis, up is negative, down is positive for the y-axis. And then we can set its speed because I'm going to have it moving. So ball dot speed, we can set that to 4, and we'll do ball has left, and we'll set that to -1. But I got to add an equal sign. -1. Okay. All right, I think that's good. So now what we want to do, let's create a function. Go to let's go underneath our control bat, and we'll create a new function, and we'll just call this one move ball. I'll just leave it all lowercase. And what we can say is ball.x equals ball.x plus ball.movex times ball.speed. And we'll do the same thing for y. Ball.y equals ball.y plus ball.moveY times ball.speed. And then we'll set sprite position, and we'll set that to ball sprite for ball.x, ball.y. All right. So now that we can do some checks here. Let's do if ball.y is less than 8. So this is going to be at the top of the screen. Then we can say ball.moveY equals negative ball.moveY. So instead of it going whatever it equals as it was going up, we're setting it to the opposite of what it currently is. So if it's going up, it's going to go down. All right, and let's end that if. And then we can check if it's going to the left or the right too. So we can do that. Let's do if ball.x is less than 0 or ball.x is greater than 980. Then what we're going to do is we're going to say ball.move x equals negative ball.move x. And we'll end that if. Okay. And then what we can do is check if it leaves the bottom. So if it leaves the bottom, we'll say if ball.y is greater than 800, ball.has left equals 1. And then has ball left equals has ball left plus 1. And we'll end that if. All right. So with that, oh, you know what? I did the wrong one here. Just do has left right here, and that should work now. All right, so our ball is still being placed here. Why is that? Oh, it's because I didn't call the function. The move ball. Now we can do it. All right, so there we go. And it should bounce off the screen there. Awesome. But we're not having any bounces with our player. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's add a bounce to the player. So to do that, what we can say is in our control bat, maybe? Yeah, we'll do it in our control bat. So come to the control bat function. We'll say if get milliseconds. Oh. And then we can say minus player dot last move time is less than 5 or is greater than 500. Then we'll say player dot last move equals 0, and we'll end that if. And then from there we can check for the collision. So we'll say if get sprite collision player dot sprite with ball dot sprite, and that is true, then we'll say ball dot move y equals negative ball dot move y. So it's going to be reversing its direction, and we will increase the ball dot speed. This is just to add some difficulty to the game, to 0.2. Let's also increase the player score by 1, and we'll say if player dot last move is greater than 0 and get raw key state, and we'll say if it's 37 equals 1, then we're going to say ball dot move x equals negative player dot last move. Okay, we'll end that if. Yeah, I like that. All right, so what this is basically going to do, it's going to be like the original ball, or like Pong. So if the motion of your bat is going to affect which way the ball goes. So if you're going left, the ball should go bounce to the left. If you're going right, which we haven't done yet, we're going to make it bounce to the right. So let's do the right really quick. We're going to say if player dot last move is greater than 0 and get raw key state 39 equals 1, then we're going to say ball dot move x equals positive player dot last move, and we can end that if. And then we can end the second if here, and then that would end the function. So let's test that out really quick. All right, there we go. It increased the speed a little bit, and that should have also increased our score. We can't see that yet, but I will be adding it to where we can see the score on the screen. And because we're increasing the speed, it'll get more and more challenging as we go. But I'm not going to test that off for now. All right, so we got all that going. That's looking good. Let's have it to where when the ball leaves the screen, then it resets our ball. All right, so where we had it to this, where it's adding 1 to has ball left, I want to basically say in here, we're going to say if ball dot has left equals 1 or ball dot has left equals 2, then we're going to say ball dot has left equals -1, ball dot move x equals random sign 1 ball dot move y equals random sign 1 ball dot speed equals 4 ball dot x equals 500. Whoa. And then ball dot y equals 340. And then we just need to update the sprite. Set sprite position. And that is the ball sprite at the current x and the current y. And we'll say end if. All right, so let's see if that worked. So we're going to let it leave the screen, and it should go back to the center. All right, that worked. Now let's add a game over really quick. So we can say if has ball left equals 3. We're going to create some text. We'll call this one text number 2 because we haven't created our actual text yet for the score. We'll say game over, and we'll do set text alignment. We're going to set text number 2 to 1, which is center, and I'll show you that right now. So if you go in front of it, hit F1. 0 means the alignment is to the left, 1 is center, and 2 is to the right. And then we can do set text position, and we'll set it text number 2 to the half of the room width and half of the room height. So we can do get window width, and we can say divided by 2, get window height divided by 2. From there, we can set the text size. We're setting text2 size to 80, and we'll set has ball left to 0 and ball dot speed to 0, and then we'll end that if. All right, let's test that out. We'll let it go 3 times. All right, there we go. So we got a game over. All right, so that gives us 3 lives. That's pretty good. I guess we can create our score text really quick. So let's do underneath this function, we'll do create text, and then we'll say 1, 0. We'll set the text position to text number 1 at 50 and 20. So it's going to be on the left hand side of the screen. And we'll set the text size. Ooh, there we go. And we'll set text 1 to 80 as well. Now let's create a function that's going to actually use our text here. So we'll say function score. And what we can do is create a local variable. And we'll say local change with the $sign. Change $sign equals the string of player.score. And then we can set the text string to change $sign. All right, and then we can end that function. And now let's add score to our code here to call it. And now let's run it. All right, there's our score. When it bounces with our bat, it should increase our score. There's 1. All Alright, so that seems to be working. Alright. Oh yeah, we should reset the code. So the score. I don't think we've done that yet. Yeah, so let's reset the last move. Or we'll initially set it to 0. And we'll also initially set the score to 0. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's pretty much it. Let me run the game here one more time. I'm just gonna see what I can get. I'll fast forward this. Ah, okay. Well, I got 38. That's not the best, but oh well. If you also want to increase the speed of the game, set the sync rate to 60 FPS. And now if we run it, it runs much smoother and faster. So this will definitely make the game run a lot better instead of limiting it to 30 FPS. But all right, everybody, that's going to be it for this one. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is a great game development engine. Very easy to use and learn. 3D is easy to do with this engine, especially if you have like Game Guru and you get the loader. Then you can easily create some levels and load them into AppGameKit. And with that, everybody, that completes our segment for AppGameKit, and I will see you all later.